there's an Ingles. All right, we just arrived to Burnsville, North Carolina. It is just after noon, so let's just say high noon on Sunday morning, brutally cold. And to be honest, I did not know this little town was so cool. I thought it was just gonna be a little teeny little mountain town that nobody had heard of, small town, let's see what it looks like. This is pretty neat up here. There's actually more people out than I thought there would be. It's not snowing, it's just really windy and cold. The weather's been warning people for days about minus 20 wind chill this afternoon and tonight. I think it's probably 10 degrees with the wind chill right now, and I got my hand out the window without a glove because I'm tough like that. Oh my God, I can barely hold it any longer. My hand is so cold. It is just brutal out here.
Oh.
I'm gonna wait for this truck. Okay, folks. Nick and Kim up here in the deep North Carolina mountains. Tennessee is just right over that hill. Say hi, Kim.
What's up, YouTube?
I put a mic on Kim. Kim's inside the car because it is super brutal up here. A beautiful day. It's about noon on Sunday, December 14 or something. We're about 10 days from Christmas. We had a winter weather advisories coming up here today with wind chills below 10 degrees. Right now it's about 25 degrees. The wind's blowing. It's supposed to get worse. We had a light snowfall. All that stuff aside, we're in this little town called Burnsville, North Carolina in Yancey County. We were just looking for a small little town that we could kind of show off. An area that's basically a little quaint mountain town in North Carolina, basically. I didn't know much about Burnsville. I asked a lot of other people, have you heard of Burnsville? They're like, no. Well, as we realized, as we've been circulating, you're watching this. This is about the 20th day on the trip, possibly the 15th day, I don't know. A lot of the people are like, oh yeah, Burnsville's a really cool place. You're gonna like it. We didn't know that when we came in. We just got here about 5 minutes ago and we're like, oh, this is gonna be a lot of fun. So we're gonna take a couple of days up here. This is our last stop on our North Carolina adventure. We head over to Tennessee in a couple days. And we're just gonna kind of drive around and see what this old place is like. We don't really have a plan at all on what we're gonna do, and that makes me a little nervous because we usually have it all planned out on exactly where we're gonna go and who we're gonna talk to and the time and what we're gonna see. No plan. We're gonna just make it up as we go. And we're gonna see Burnsville and we're gonna figure it out just as you do. And that is a cut. I'm tired of talking. My lips are getting a little chapped.
Oh, I don't know that it's open.
That's the coffee house. I don't know. Where is everybody else going?
I don't know. There's a couple shops open, but I don't know.
Okay. Well, it's Sunday. Usually these little towns are pretty conservative. They shut the doors early. And on Sunday. There's the library. Kids don't go to the library anymore. It's usually just old ladies. The little church in town. Church is a big deal for these people. There's a lot of people that are getting out of the car and going into a business here, and we can't tell if it's the toy store, the gift shop. Where's everybody going?
Probably that toy store, and then there's a restaurant right here.
All right. And there's an art gallery. I was told that there's artists all over this town. I think it's like per capita more artists than any other place in the mountains or the state or something. We're gonna stop by and see some artists at some point.
It's working! Finally! But we'll probably have the same problem tomorrow morning.
Okay, go left here. Oh, look.
Little Smokies.
I don't know if they're open. Where's a good angle? Oh my gosh. It is just absolutely brutal out here. All right, so we showed up to town on a Sunday. It is really, really super dead. It's about as dead as a small town in North Carolina can be. And it is absolutely brutal. Apparently the roads coming into town were not plowed and they were icy and snowy and cold. So a lot of people didn't open up today or didn't come into town. We did find a place, the Live Oak Gastro Pub, which Kim and I are gonna hang out in. They're gonna talk to us. The owners, Dina and Brian, are super cool. We're gonna start off our adventure here until they kick us out at 3 o'clock, and then we're gonna have to find somewhere else to go because there's really nothing else open in town right now, but there's stuff opening up soon. There's another brewery opening up at 3. There's a dive bar that opens tomorrow, and there's a Mexican joint in town. They're always good for taking people in. So right now we're gonna kind of figure it out as we go. We're gonna talk to them and find out what we should do first and where we should go. Tomorrow's the big day, Monday, when stuff's gonna be open. That's the update. And it is just absolutely brutally cold right now. Brian, tell me introduce yourself. Where are we right now? The restaurant?
Well, I'm Brian Myler. We're in Burnsville, North Carolina. Here after the epicenter of Hurricane Helene. We've kind of landed here. We started out a few years ago over in Spruce Pine, North Carolina, with the first restaurant that I built, my wife and I, Live Oak Gastro Pub. A massive hurricane came through there, flooded us all out. Spent a year just trying to get back on our feet, trying to kind of really realize what are we going to do next. We, had an opportunity to go somewhere else that fell through, and through the course of events, we kind of ended up here in Burnsville, right outside of Spruce Pine, where we had people that knew us from this county, and over in the next county. So we've kind of built a little bridge the gap between two counties here in Western North Carolina, and kind of, got a new lease on life by being here. So, here we are.
How would you describe Burnsville and this area? What's the way of life like? How do folks get by?
Well, it's they call it, we're living on mountain time, really. It's peaceful, it's quiet, it's a hardworking area. These people are salt of the earth people. They work hard for a living. Things do not come easy around here. So it's pull yourself up by your bootstraps. You work for what you get, and these people are appreciative of everything that they get out of life. So it's a beautiful area. Summers are great, winters are hard, but you do what you can to kind of bridge the gap between good and the bad. But these are beautiful people. It's a beautiful area, and we love being here.
All right, so we just hung out down at the Gastro Pub and met up with Dina and Brian. Super cool people. It is 20, that sign says 23, that is not right. It is colder than that. Feels like -2 out here. Doesn't look like it, but it is brutal. Behind me is another place in town called Home Place. It's a pub restaurant. It's really the only other place open in town on Sunday. We're gonna go in there and hang out. And we just got some leads on a bunch of other people that we're going to try to talk to tomorrow. We have a full day here in Burnsville, and we're getting to know this little small community here. They say it feels below 0 with the wind. And I talked to some people inside that said they haven't felt it this cold in 2 years, and it's not even Christmas time. It's still officially technically fall. So we came up here to show you what it's like, and we got more than we wanted for. The only thing that would really make this visually more stunning would be snow. Lots of snow. It is not snowing, but it's way colder than it would be if it was snowing. It wouldn't be this cold. It would be just, snow makes things warmer. I think the blue sky, it's the clouds insulate it or whatever. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm going back inside. Okay, bye. All right, home place. Here's what it looks like in here. It's warm. Neat place. Oh my God. All right, I feel like this is some Blair Witch right here. Oh, hold on. Okay, I'm trying here. It is cold. It's minus, they say -3 feels like, I think it feels like -33. It's like 10 degrees out here. And I just came out here to make a point about how cold it is. I haven't experienced this in a long, long time. And when you get a wind gust, it's torture. You just want to die. Out here on a cold, cold night at the place we're staying, there's really not a lot to see because it's a small town. I'm turning this off. I'm done talking. Bojangles is open though. Oh boy, lots of action here today in Burnsville. The road repair crew is out here. I try my best here. This is what happens when you leave your water out in the car. It is completely frozen. It's only 18 degrees here today, and by only I mean that's not bad. It was absolutely below zero, bone chilling last night. It's not as bad anymore. It's Monday morning here in Burnsville. It's 9 a.m. and we're gonna kind of spend the day here going out and talking to folks. We're going to, last night we met with Brian and Dina, the restaurant owners. Today we're gonna meet with an area artist because this is an art colony supposedly. We're going to meet with an old timer that's been here forever and a small business owner, and just kind of take in the vibe up here. There's also, I just learned, a giant, very fancy country club down the road called Mountaineer Country Club. We're not allowed in there. It's gated. I was going to try to go down there and fly the drone. I can't even do that because they have their own landing strip. It's that fancy. I did not think I was going to see that in this little town. It's about 15 minutes down the road, very exclusive. They're not going to let us in, but I'm going to show you right now some Google Maps of what the place looks like. Super elite. I think it's 100 grand. For an entry to enter for the country club initiation fee or whatever. That's nothing compared to some stuff we've seen in North Carolina. It's upwards of $300,000. But Barack Obama, Michael Jordan's, other famous people you've heard of have had places down there. We're not going to be allowed in there, but I'm showing you what it looks like. That's just right down the road. And apparently the people told me that they come down into town and they spend money, and it's good to have them around because they are loaded. And when they leave at the end of the summer, the town kind of suffers because all the wealthy people with the deep pockets take off. That's too bad. Bojangles is busy, as you could see. There's not a lot of options for things to do. There's not a lot of options for things to eat, but we're gonna show you what we can in a town that's been a little bit devastated by some of the recent hurricanes. Not as bad as the other communities nearby. Hard-working, small town, North Carolina coming up right now. My hands are cold and I'm gonna turn this off.
So Little Smokies is open.
Little Smokies is open?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. We should show it then. Little Smokies was closed. Oh, yeah. Let's go show Little Smokies. Okay, my, how things have changed. Look at all the cars. Yesterday, nothing was really open. It was Sunday. And today we've got Little Smokies. I've been told this is one of the all-time places people go. A favorite. Let's go inside. There's a lady in town named Claudia who knows everybody, has been here forever. She's the type of person who you pop in and you're like, is Claudia here? They're like, oh, she's just in here. She went downtown, she'll be back, or check the local market or check the other store. I think she might be in here. Testing. See if we can find Claudia. I think they have is this a can drive for local folks? Yes. Oh, that's nice. Look at that, doing good for the community. Where do you guys have been in Burnsville? How long have you guys been here, Burnsville?
My whole life.
You have?
Yes.
How's town changed since you were a kid?
A lot, actually. I don't know.
Actually, can we stand over here where it's not so loud because that music?
So I remember when Save More used to be what, Bilo's?
Bilo's, yep.
So, let's see.
We got a lot more restaurants than we used to have. We used to have the steakhouse. We don't have it no more.
Right, no. A few gas stations have just been left.
And churches.
Churches, yeah. Yeah, it's just different in general.
Hold it up there when you're talking. There you go. No, you're fine. How are folks getting by up here? I know that you guys got hit by the hurricane. I know times are tough for some people.
Yes.
How are y'all getting by?
I mean, we're getting there, I guess. I mean, there's
a lot of good people helping out.
Yeah,
Thank God for that.
There's several food pantries that's still going. There's several good people you can reach out to that helps. So it's, I guess, neighbors helping neighbors, stuff like that.
How come you guys never left town? You guys have been here forever.
I was actually born here.
You were born in Burnsville.
I was born in Burnsville, right in town. 56 years ago.
And what kept you here?
I just like it. It's home.
Yeah.
It's home.
I just like the
good
small,
folks.
Yes. I just like small town,
I moved out 11 years and moved to Woodford, and I came home. It's just home.
Yeah.
Well, what makes you guys happy in life?
In life or just in Burnsville?
In life, what makes you happy?
Just my kids being happy and healthy. That's it.
Living for the Lord and knowing you got God's people on your side.
Yes.
And someone to reach heaven on your behalf. That's all that matters.
All right, so lots of restaurants are closed. Lots of artists are out of town. But we're still finding some people to talk to. And now we're going to go downtown and talk to the legendary Ralph, who's been here longer than anybody else. And we'll see what he's up to in the antique store. Introduce yourself and tell me where we are.
Well, I'm Ralph Hammond, and you're in the big city of Burnsville. We have about 12 to 1,500 people in the little town. And most folks here are friendly. You'll have a few jerks, but you'll find that anywhere.
And
we don't have enough to worry about.
That's right. Now, we're in your store here. How long have you had this store?
17 years.
Okay. Yeah. How'd you get into this business, Ralph?
Well, I was an auctioneer for 16 years. And my second wife and I did antique shows around the country for, about 50 years. And just accumulation, I guess you'd call it.
Do you think they make stuff like they used to? Quality?
No, this furniture they're calling furniture now is crap. It's made out of chips and glue. It lasts maybe a year, 2 years. If you want junk, go to IKEA or Rooms to Rent or whatever that place is called. And if you want quality, this stuff's been here hundreds of years, so it tells you that it lasts.
And costume jewelry.
Oh yeah. I have over 25,000 pieces.
25,000 pieces?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So how long have you been, did it take you to collect all of the things in your store?
About 75 years.
You're 90?
I will be next month.
Okay, so almost your entire life you've been collecting antiques. Is that a fair statement?
That's a fair statement, yeah, I'd say so. Yeah.
How did you get started doing that?
Just because I like pretty things, I guess. Most folks do like quality things that last, you know.
What makes you happy in life, Ralph?
Play golf. Golf and Pinot. I love to play Pinot.
What makes you sad?
The way our country's headed, some of the things that are going on that makes me ashamed that we're letting it happen, especially this immigration policy that's going on. It's sickening. Most of those people are just trying to live, and they're doing their best, and to get grabbed up by a bunch of masked hoodlums, it breaks my heart to see it happening. And I don't know the solution, but it's got to be something better.
You're not happy about the country used to be proud of the U.S. more, or?
Yeah, much more. Of course, I grew up in an era that's almost idyllic compared to what we have now. I grew up in the 50s. There was an innocence about the country at that time. And after World War II, everybody was so proud to be an American, and they were so proud of what was going on, and that, I don't know, it was an innocence that is no longer even close. Nowadays, it seems to me like it's me, and the hell with you. With a lot of people, and that's no attitude. That won't get you anywhere except trouble.
This.
Two more.
Two more. And this basket, it says $8. Does that mean everything that was in it?
Oh, the Burnsville Mercantile. It is famous across 3 counties. You can get jams, trinkets.
So good in here.
Smells lovely in here. Quilts. Quilts are a big deal. Embroidery stuff. Folks up here into that.
We can go back here. A very lightweight microphone.
Yes.
Holy criminy.
We roll very minimalist.
Okay. All
Okay,
right.
you brought me over here. What's your name, ma'am?
I'm Chris.
Chris. We're in the Mercantile.
We are at the Mountain Time Mercantile here on East Main Street in Burnsville.
Mercantile. I said it wrong. I said
Teal tile, tomato, tomato.
Okay, Mercantile. I said, let's go stand in an area that we could talk about, and you came over to this section. Why did we come over
Yes.
here?
Because we offer a wide variety of different jams, jellies, pickles, salsas, dressings, pickled eggs, barbecue sauces, hot sauces, oils and vinegars, baking mixes, all just wonderful, wonderful items.
Can't get this
just-
in Ingles.
No, no.
How long have you been
So-
in town, Chris?
How long have I been in town? I've lived in Burnsville for 20 years now.
And how would you describe Burnsville for someone that's never been here before?
Enchanting, welcoming, friendly, just a wonderful environment to be, wonderful people. I'm came up from Florida 20 years ago, and the people have my neighbors, and everyone's just welcomed me with open arms. It's been a wonderful experience.
Enchanting. That was an interesting word. Why did you choose that
Yes.
word?
Because it's magical. It is just the feeling that you get. the camaraderie that we have amongst one another is nothing like I've ever seen before.
Can you give me an example of a story or something that comes to mind that would help?
Okay, sure. Yeah, if you're shopping in town and you have misplaced a bag or have laid your keys down, they're going to pop up. No one's going to take them. We will do everything in our power to get you reconnected with your lost belongings. I had a customer that they left their credit card. Well, I did so much investigation. I found them. I mailed them their credit card back to them. Those are just things people go above and beyond to make everyone feel welcome here.
So it sounds like a low crime community.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. That'd be an understatement. It's just wonderful. Everyone just is so welcoming and accommodating and would do anything to help you if you're stranded, if you have no water, if you have no heat, if you have no groceries. We just take that extra step to ensure that everyone's taken care of in this community.
Why did people do that here so much? Because that doesn't happen.
I think it's just it's a steeply rooted tie to this Appalachian community, where we've seen adversity, we have risen above adversity together. So we would just try to pass that on. We endured on September 27th of 2024, we endured Hurricane Helene, which flooded our community. We lost over 500 homes in our county alone. In our county, we had the 30 inches of water, and that made us absolutely stronger. It hit our Achilles heel. We weren't expecting a hurricane here in the mountains and had the intense flooding and all the devastation, but we have really pulled together as a community.
Oh, guess who just walked in? Claudia herself.
You're not even getting her a chance.
I'm going in. Thank you, Chris. All right. Claudia just walked in, and she's a big deal, and we're going to try to feel like I'm stalking her right now. Where'd she go? Hi.
How you doing?
Do a little test. Talk into that for a
Test
second.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Why did Burnsville end up with so many artists and craftsmen and food artists? And
Well, it's the most beautiful place in the world to live first. It's the most beautiful place. We're right off the Blue Ridge Parkway, which is the most scenic traveled road in America. So the mountains are real here. We're the home of Mount Mitchell, which is the highest mountain east of Mississippi. I think it was negative 20 wind chill up there last night. So it's really beautiful when it's beautiful. It's really cold when it's cold. On a really hot summer day, you need to take a jacket to Mount Mitchell, though, no matter what.
How did Burnsville keep that small town, love your neighbor, help each other, stuff that America used to? How did Burnsville keep that and didn't lose that? Or is that just a small town thing that...
No, I think it's out of necessity. I think small towns sometimes are very overlooked when it comes to funding. Small towns are very overlooked when it comes to opportunity. People think that there's not enough employment base in a small town. They have to pull from several small towns. So you lose some of your bigger corporations, which has its good and its bad. A lot of mom and pops in small towns, a lot of employers here that employ less than 5 or 10 people. But when you have 100 of those, that's where you get a good employment base. A lot of generational folks live in Burnsville or in small towns. Your grandma lived here, and your great-grandma and your great-grandma before that lived here. And so folks also, a lot of times in small towns, they go to school, they do their thing, and they cannot wait to leave. And just as soon as they get settled, wherever in the wild blue that they are settled, they literally cannot wait to get back home because they miss it. So sometimes that's a good thing, because they'll go away, but they come back to where their roots are. So this is also a big second home community. So you have a lot of folks that are from here that left to go make a living or left to go do whatever they're going to do, but then they want to come back here. Small towns are full of big people, big hearts, big love, I saw it more than any during the storm. I saw how people came together. Our square a couple days after the storm, that's where everybody came. That's where everybody congregated, was right there. Like, they came to town to find their people. And that shows you the spirit of every town right there. And I watched people dig and dig and dig and dig, literally, and are still digging. But they just, they would get supplies in, and they would give it to their neighbor before they'd even use it themselves, because their neighbor was ready for it and they weren't. But rather than be selfish, they didn't. They just gave it. You don't find that outside of here. Everybody that comes here, that's what they have to say. It's these people. Well, it is the people. I mean, the people's the heart of the town. But our infrastructure's tough. I mean, we're an old town. So we haven't been able to really catch up with what we really need to make it, as far as bringing in tons and tons of people or tons and tons of industry. But on the same token, I don't know that you want all that, because you lose that. Like Burnsville's kind of like a apple pie and ice cream, good coffee, get a good book, walk your dog town.
Oh my goodness, it has been a day here in Burnsville. It's not even noon yet. We've met with a lot of people. We're trying to get an area artist to talk to us, and the one artist was not feeling well. The other artist had something to do. The other one's out of town. The other one's busy. I've been on the phone with we did find an area artist that's going to talk to us, and we've got some other stuff that we're going to do. I am at Pig and Grits. This is another restaurant here. There's a lot more going on in this town than meets the eye. This is a Pig and Grits, a barbecue restaurant in town. Okay, I guess we're not going to show you Pig and Grits because they are not open yet. I don't think they're open.
Oh man.
Are they supposed to be open?
Yeah, that's open.
Yeah, it does say open, but they're not open. So, all right. Yeah, I like that. It's just super informal. All right, you folks are gonna go in the Pig and Grits like I was, and it's not open, but I caught you and thought maybe I could ask you a little bit about the area here. You've been in this area your whole life, Keith.
Yeah, my whole life.
Explain to me why you never left, Keith.
I just never found no place no better. It's just a good place to live and everything. There's not a whole lot here like a big city or nothing, but it's just kind of simple and people get along pretty good and everything like that.
Trustworthy. People, your neighbors and stuff, it's just a good place to be.
Have you ever thought about leaving?
Well, I've done millwright work and stuff, worked off in different places. It was interesting to see, but I always like to get back home. I just never found that no better.
Yes, sir. And what do you guys do for work around here? How did you make your career or living?
I'm a real estate agent, actually.
Okay.
Keith works down in Marion.
Yeah, I work in Marion. I'm a welder.
You're a welder.
Yeah.
Okay. What makes you folks happy in life?
Go ahead.
I don't know how to answer that. I'll tell you, I'm from Michigan originally. I've lived in 10 states, and this area right here, I wouldn't leave it. It's just perfect.
How'd you find it? How'd you find little Burnsville being in 10 states? How did you wind up here?
That's too long of a story.
Okay. All right. All right. Man, downtown is hopping. I'm trying to get out of here. This is for a little town. There's sure a lot of people in town on Monday. It's a lot different than it was yesterday. Donna's Place, Mudpuppy Pottery. All right, so we are inside of the studio here. I'm gonna put a mic on you if that's all right.
No problem, and I will turn off.
I'm just gonna start here so we don't miss anything.
Yeah, do you want, I was getting ready to do something.
You do whatever you're gonna do, and I'm gonna talk to you while you're doing it.
Sure.
So Donna, where are we right now? Tell me about your studio.
We are at Mudpuppy Pottery in Burnsville, North Carolina. We're 45 minutes outside of Asheville, and it's just a quick commute. Why
is Burnsville the art central of per capita in the country, some people say. Why here?
I think because of Penland School of Art. I believe it's actually pronounced Penland School of Craft, now that I think twice. They are located in Burnsville, and people come from all over the world to study here. It's fascinating. If you haven't been, you have to stop in at Penland, because you will be dumbfounded at the magnificent artists that are there.
Okay, and then people have been drawn in. Mountain town. I mean, it seems like everybody just thinks it's the best place in the world.
I love living here. Absolutely love it here. I came from Mystic, Connecticut. Not a big city, but big New England town. And I wanted to come to the mountains where it's nice and quiet. Hiking is absolutely off the chart. My dog and I swim every day in the river. That's Stella.
And what are we doing here? So you're
I am making a vase, and I'm getting ready to glaze it. So
Okay.
I was going to stir this up. I've already shaken it.
All right. Shaken, not stirred.
Well, both actually. And then just so I don't make a mess on the outside of the pot, I'm going to pour it down this funnel. Whoa, don't overfill it. That's a bad
And
thing.
you specialize in pottery and...
Pottery.
Okay.
Yep, pottery is my thing. I started making pots approximately 7 years ago now. And fell in love, and then decided I needed to move closer to where the people who make pots live. So I have a lot of friends who live here that are potters, and a lot of other artists, and just we teach each other different tricks of the trade and commiserate about kiln firings gone wrong, and it's just been a great experience moving here. I've never met people so kind as in Burnsville. Burnsville is definitely a piece of heaven. Come on out, you.
Whisper your wishes to Santa. I hope Happy has a good Christmas. Okay, YouTube, we've been wandering around Burnsville for a day and a half now. It is much warmer. It's actually like 42. But I tell you, this sun, I'm getting a sunburn out here. We've met some really interesting people, artists, business owners, just regular folks. Everybody loves this place. And that's kind of how it is in most small towns. You don't get a lot of I hate it here. But there's extra enthusiasm in this mountain town that I didn't think that we would find. And now I'm just gonna kind of wander around downtown and show you this a little bit more. We're just about done. We're gonna go to the local dive bar place called Birdfoot. Everybody says we need to go there. And then we're gonna have dinner at a little place down the road here and wrap it up. How you doing? Oh wait, they are open, my bad. Okay, gift shop. Ooh. Smells like Christmas and chapstick. Hi there. So this is kind of an idea on the types of stuff they have in the gift shops in town. You see a lot of this in these mountain towns. Decorated for Christmas. We got a coffee house here in town, Appalachia Java Cafe and Desserts. People are in line here for coffee. And this is their town hall. People fly through this. I have to say, you're in a little small town. It can be a little difficult crossing the street. Okay, town hall. This is where all the big decisions are made here in town. And old, beautiful building. And here comes a good old boy doing good old boy stuff. Go get him. I don't think they have to worry about too much around here. And this is church. Got a Confederate flag on the license plate. You see a lot of that up here too. Oh, $8.99. Can't really see it. Here's an idea on what $3.25 gets you. $2.85. We've talked about the price is not as affordable as it used to be around here. And this is the Colorful Gypsy. This is another really cool little store here in town that supports Ukraine. I guess that's what that is. I'm not sure. Funky, artsy stuff. So this is pretty much it right here. Everybody in town comes down here. This is, I asked, where's the spot in town where everybody goes, that everybody does? And they're just like, just Main Street, the square. That's where you see everybody bump into people you know. This is the gathering point in town for everybody who, you know, there's not a lot down here, so. Burnsville fashion. So they got hit pretty bad from the hurricane, not nearly as bad as some of the other mountain communities. I don't think they had as much structural damage, but it was pretty bad up here. There's been some mill closings. This little mountain town has not been discovered quite like a lot of the other ones have. They've got a few retirees and some work from homers and second homeowners that have moved in. But nothing like the tourist traps that we've seen. A lot of these people have been here forever they've dealt with mill closures and storms and whatever else has happened. So this is probably one of the most affordable little mountain towns that we've come across. The average price up here is $3.50, which is not affordable really. But on this street, everything is under $3. This is all 200,000s up here. Really cool views. From what I've heard, people are in their 40s. So it's a little bit younger than some of the other mountain towns where it's just a bunch of old folks. A lot of people they've heard about Burnsville. Asheville is about 45 minutes away. And nobody wants to live in Asheville anymore because it's just become overrun with all the problems that liberal cities have with homelessness and drugs and crime. And it's just getting super expensive. So Burnsville is seeing some people move from Asheville, not nearly as much as some of the other places that we've been to though. Not yet. So there's a lot of opportunity up here. Everybody likes to say, I want to live in the mountains where I can get away from people, but it's all too expensive. And there are clearly opportunities here. So we're just kind of cruising around one of the neighborhoods up here, just trying to see there's some new homes. So some of this new stuff is the reason that the home prices have shot up, which, you know, you need housing, but people around here are not happy about it that have been here forever. But clearly it's going to be a safe place where the kids can ride their bikes. You probably don't have to worry about people stealing from, I'm sure everybody knows everybody up here. They self-regulate themselves, fly the American flag, picket fences. Look at this funky house. Is that a house?
Yeah, it's a little tiny home.
No.
Yes.
People live in there? No, that's got to be like.
I promise you, that is someone's home.
Oh, okay. Well, there's deals to be had. Maybe we can talk to somebody. There's a dude up here stacking wood. Maybe we can see if he's, I don't know, it's so cold. I don't think he's gonna wanna talk.
No.
I don't wanna talk. He's building a fence.
He's doing something.
What is Roses?
It's a discount store. It's like a Big Lots.
Oh. Is that a chain up here?
We have a Roses in
We do.
Wilmington.
All right, so here in small town, North Carolina, Appalachian land, the grocery store chains are a place called Ingles. There's some Food Lions, and a place called Save More Foods. That's kind of the low end place. We're gonna go inside Save More really quick and just show you what it looks like. And then they have a discount chain up here called Roses. That's also kind of where the people shop up here. There's not a lot of options. Let's go see what Save More is all about. It's really not gonna be that exciting. There's just not a lot of exciting things to do up here. Ooh. Okay. This is what Save More Foods looks like. 40% low prices at Save More Foods. And bargain bin stuff up here. I don't do the shopping at home. I don't know how to compare prices. I'm not an idiot. I just don't do the shopping. But I'm going to show you a little bit of what the prices are up here. And you can decide based on your shopping habits if this is a good price or not. Pack of bologna, $4.28. What? When I was a kid, that was a nickel. Beef shank, $7.40 a pound. And 3-roll bundle of paper towels, $1.98 out the door. Only at Save More. Burger King, we are open, promise. And of course they're hiring. You can't get anybody to work anymore. I've seen Burger Kings where they're like, we will pay you today. Please come work here. For entertainment, folks go to Roses for all their discount needs. And we're coming up to Roses and we've got $3.99 AstroTurf out the door. What a deal. Oh, it's a doormat. Okay. Roses. Ooh. Ladies Plus. So this is a, it's kind of like a big time discount store. They've got, it is smoky in here. Are they, I guess they're cleaning the floor. Just cheap clothing and cheap stuff like a Ross, but not nearly as nice. So you've got some North Carolina fashion, $16.99. Oh my goodness, look at this beautiful sweater, $12.99. And I think they're doing the floors in here. That's what the noise is. There's not a helicopter in here. I got girls' panty. So it's just kind of like one of those stores where they've got like cheap knockoff purses and stuff that, or just cheap knockoff stuff that other stores either didn't sell, couldn't sell, don't want anymore. And they come here to Roses and you get a deal. And this is their Christmas display. Not quite on the level of Home Depot. The trees are affordable. They're small. They're modest. $29.99 for a little tree and a $39.99 for a pink one. This is how filthy our vehicle is. There's 2 car washes in town, and the reviews are not good on either one of them. So we're driving around we've been in the mountains for a couple weeks. We need a car wash bad. I think we're gonna have to wait till we get to Johnson City to get one. And then the fancy place to shop, this is Ingles, not Ingles. When we first moved here, I think we called it Ingles, and the people are like, what are you talking about? Because, I mean, the way it's spelled. We moved from Southern California. We moved from California, and we came here, and we're like, where's the nearest Ingles? And they have a Starbucks in there, too. So fancy, fancy, fancy. This is where all the breadwinners shop. And it is icy. You can see these, there is no messing around with the walking. All right, just super quick. I know this isn't the most exciting thing, but we're gonna show you what the, Starbucks. And now this is fancy. Ooh, Ingles for the win. Let's check the price of strawberries. But no, they've got like this big giant rotisserie sushi pizza bar thing inside the Ingles. Oh, a wonderful salad bar that I don't eat out of because people, germs. It's much fancier. This is our version of fancy. It's kind of like a broke man's Publix in here. What the heck? Strawberries are cheaper at Ingles and fresher. And no, Ingles did not pay me to say that. I wish they did. All right, folks, so that wraps it up. Save more, you don't save more, or maybe you do, I don't know. Prices seem to be about the same, and you get a much more updated shopping experience at Ingles. I think everyone around here is like, why is this guy filming? We're gonna have a drink at their equivalent of a dive bar, Birdfoot. Sip, hike, bike.
Oh, they have fire pits.
Oh my gosh, Kim was right. $7.79 to live in downtown Burnsville, which, downtown's what, but like up there, 800 grand to live downtown? What? There's a cross up on the hill. So we're in downtown one more night here in Burnsville. I have to say, this downtown area is packed. There's cars all over the place. There's nowhere to really park on the main square. Dang, Burnsville, and it's Monday. Look how packed the Snapdragon is, dang. Right, we got a good old boy. All right, it's the end of the night. It's the end of our time in Burnsville. All the restaurants, and this guy's about to make some noise, so I'm gonna wait for him. There we go. That's how they roll up here. All the restaurants in downtown were completely packed, which shocked me. So our last night's gonna be Rio Mexican. I'm not sad about that. It's been a great time in Burnsville, and we're gonna have some Mexican food. And I'm gonna sum this up in the morning. Lots to digest, including my burrito I'm about to eat. Oh my God, look at that. That's what I'm talking about.
And they have
We are rolling, and that is it, folks. It's our final morning here in Burnsville. We're about to head out. It's about 9 a.m. and these little small towns don't get going very early, as you can see. And it is only 38 degrees. It feels actually normal for this time of year. Wonderful weather up here in the mountains. That's it. As you can see, Burnsville, North Carolina is just a regular mountain town, but not a regular mountain town. It's a place with a lot of people who really, really like it. We travel a lot and we talk to a lot of people in small towns. And a lot of people say, I like it here, I wouldn't be anywhere else. But there was a certain level of enthusiasm here that we don't normally see. People use the words enchanting and magical and all the other words like that. We like it here a lot. We showed up here, really knew nothing about it, and learned a lot, talked to a lot of people, and we're starting to build a fan base here too. That's it from Burnsville. Nick and Kim. Say goodbye, Kim.
Peace out, YouTube.
Peace out, YouTube. And here comes a minivan with reindeer antlers on top. And